All right, we are
We are.
live.
We're live, recording. Welcome back, everybody, to the 2021 Stout Sportsman Fantasy Fishing. So today, I guess we're just going to talk a little bit about the upcoming fantasy fishing season we got going on here with the Bassmaster Elites and what we have in store. Some of the I guess goals or whatever you want to say for what we're
Yep.
looking to get out of it, how many people we're looking for, all that.
Yeah, so this is through Bassmaster,
Yep.
and fantasy fishing is sponsored by Rapala, kind of like the logo says in the background there.
Yep.
So as far as their website, the prizes are the same as they were last year,
Hmm.
and it's nothing to enter. It's totally free.
Right.
But you have chances to win gift cards to Bass Pro Shop, and a ton of Rapala stuff.
Yeah. Like the major differences, like you said, you don't have doesn't cost anything to enter. If you are a Bass member, I am. I believe you are too. I don't recall, but you
Yep.
do get what an extra 500.
It is.
I believe it's an extra 500.
Yep.
Yes. Yep. So yeah, an extra $500 gift card from Bass Pro Shops would be great. So
That's like one click on their website.
right. Yep.
But hey, you spend that much, you get free shipping.
Yeah.
Um, yeah.
So this
And
year we have 10 events total as of right now, which includes the classic. So there's actually nine elite events, and your 10th would be the classic.
yep, and it's going to be a busy 10 events because we start um,
We start February
February
11th.
February 11th, so less than a
Yep.
month, and we're done by the end of July.
End of July. Yeah, we were just looking at the schedule and I'm like, wow, like last year we were fishing late, but the circumstances were hopefully different
Yeah,
2020 than they will be going forward this year.
yeah, and obviously, I think they try to jam everything in the beginning to one give themselves some leeway in
Right.
case they have to rearrange some stuff in the lineup.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
think too, because of the late season, they're going to try and give some of those guys some time off.
Right. Yep. So basically, what we're going to be doing for these 10 events, we're going to do basically a preview, basically with our picks and kind of what we're looking at, weather-wise, conditions, um, time of year, all that stuff that we've kind of talked about last year and stuff like that. So we'll be going over that. Uh, what do we do? Usually a week or so, roughly before the event, couple days to a week before.
Yeah, I mean, usually the lineups are in most. I mean, most of the tournaments. I didn't check this year, but most of the tournaments start on Thursday. So
Thursday.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Yep.
We usually try to get them up. Was it usually Sunday, Monday
Yeah. Yep. Early
before?
early in the week. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then we are also going to do a follow up show,
Right.
how we did, how the tournament kind of played out, like what
Right.
guys did. Both of us kind of watch a lot of the live shows.
Yeah. Yep.
During the tournament.
I mean, there was a lot of times last year where I was actually out fishing and
Yeah.
had live up on a cell phone or something just to listen to. Anyways.
Yep.
So yep, gotta do what you gotta do.
I'd actually listen to weigh-ins in the garage
Right.
while I was building rods.
Yeah. Yep.
So, how to enter?
Oh yeah.
How do we enter?
Yeah, you're gonna want to go to bassmaster.com and then just follow the link to fantasy fishing. And there's going to be create new account if you don't already have a Bassmaster account. Like we've said before, it doesn't cost anything to join, and you can just sign up. And it's somewhat self-explanatory, just to kind of find your way through. But it'll have your screen name up there, and then a little yellow bucket box there. Set your buckets and kind of go in, pick your guys for each bucket. There's 5 buckets: A, B, C, D, and E.
Yep.
And for a tiebreaker, they ask for a total weight. That's for the however many days the tournament is. It's either 3 or 4 days, but just a total weight, for the winner, anyways. So that would be your tiebreaker.
Yeah, I think you actually get bonus points too if you get it right.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yep.
That probably doesn't happen too often, but yeah.
No, not very often, but
yeah,
there's a few people I think every tournament.
Yeah.
And so to join our group after you've created your account, at the top there is right at the end a thing called groups.
Yep.
If you click on that, you'll get all of the groups that are created.
Mm-hmm.
And you can even search. Our group is Stout Sportsmen.
Right.
It's public, so you just have to click on it and join. Right now, I think there's 3 people. You haven't even joined yet, Matt.
I haven't joined yet. Jeez. I'm slacking, aren't
I? Yep. Click on it. There's 3 members right now, and you just join group. Real simple. Last year we had 50. We had over 50. I don't remember how many exactly.
Just over 50.
And this year we're looking for 75 to 100. We'll take my 75 and your 100.
Yeah, I think we got that pretty easy.
Yeah. And we are going to give our group winner a rod and reel, a rod built by Ghost Rods.
Yep.
Where was I going to go with this? The group is public, but it's the group I will actually screenshot all of the people in the group right at the beginning as soon as day 1 starts.
Yes.
So if you join the group, there's nobody that's going to come in and steal it halfway through the season.
Right.
You have to be a part of the group at the beginning.
Right. Yep. And what else we got? The Classic this year, it's a little bit later than normal. It's going to be at Ray Roberts in Fort Worth, Texas, June 11th through the 13th. So that looks like that one's only a 3-day event.
Yeah, and it just got moved because of all the COVID stuff. So
yeah,
they wanted to move it later just to make sure that they could get people there.
Yeah.
This year, all of the anglers from last year return.
Mm-hmm.
They announced that about halfway through the season last year that all of the anglers that were fishing are coming back just because of all the craziness from last year. They didn't want to, ruin somebody's year because of all that stuff.
Right.
But they do have some of the anglers that have qualified through the opens.
Right.
Notably Jason Christie, Greg Hackney, Scott Martin, and Justin Atkins.
Yes.
Those are bigger names in the sport.
The notables. And then there's a handful of other guys that also qualified too. So it'll be interesting to get to know some of the I'll say newer anglers, for lack of a better term, newer anglers to the Elite Series anyways. So that a lot of us probably aren't familiar with. So, we'll have to be doing a little bit of research, especially early on in the season, just to kind of get see what their backgrounds are and tendencies and where they're from, what they their home lakes are, all that stuff. So
yeah, and the 4 names I gave out, I think Scott Martin has never fished the Elite Series. He's a FLW guy, but he has plenty of wins.
Oh yeah.
Christy Hackney and Atkins all fished in the Elite Series before, and I believe all of them have won Elite Series events. And they're all very strong anglers.
Mm-hmm.
So they're definitely 4 guys coming in that you definitely have to consider in fantasy fishing.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. I just pulled up Atkins real quick. Yeah, he's got a first place finish. So yep.
I know Hackney has. I think Hackney might actually. I can't remember if he had Angler of the Year or not. But first place finish is 6.
Wow, that's impressive.
So I think, yeah, he's won Sabine River, which I believe they're going to this year.
Yep.
He won at Lake Texoma. He won at Cayuga Lake in 2014, and he won at Sam Rayburn.
Wow.
As well as Table Rock and Lake Ouachita.
Yeah, Sabine River is April 8th through the 11th. Yep, good. I think it should be a little bit more exciting this year. Well, I guess when they went back down south at the end of last year, it was kind of a little bit boring because they were fishing down there, Texas and all that, and a lot of the hotter weather. So your bags weren't these big bags that we'd like to see. But a lot of their events are springtime, so I think your bags are going to be pretty healthy.
Yep.
Yeah, should be exciting. So what are we going to do for the winners?
A custom rod.
Custom rod from who?
Ghost Rods, our sponsor.
That's
it's also
right.
Me. my wife and I.
Right.
We build fishing rods.
Mm-hmm. Cheap plug.
Yeah.
And so Scott's providing the rod. Pretty much going to be custom built to whatever I guess the winner's looking for. Within reason.
Yeah. Within reason.
Right. And then myself for the last year's winner, I provided a reel, whether it's spinning reel, casting, whatever, and also a spool line. So
sweet.
Yep.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
I'm thinking our first fantasy fishing video will probably be looking that Sunday or Monday that week going into the first event. So just to kind of give everybody a couple days to mull over how bad our picks are.
Is that like that's like the Super Bowl right there that week. Maybe the Bills will be playing.
Is it?
It's like the 7th or 8th, isn't it?
Yeah, it should be the 7th. So yeah, that would be the weekend before. So yeah, we might have to do the video on Monday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
I might have to take a vacation day.
Me too. For sure.
Yeah, so maybe we'll throw out a couple of videos. Maybe we can go over the schedule in a video or two.
Yeah.
Coming up, since we have a roughly just under a month till those tournaments come around. So maybe we'll do a couple like primer videos. Maybe go over some guys, different fishermen, and kind of just some names for each lake that we're looking at. Yeah, the tough part is the buckets change. So
right, yeah, the buckets are kind of fluid throughout the season, so they always change.
Yeah, so if I tell you John Cox, and the Johnston brothers, they may all be in the same bucket. So
right,
it's not like you can pick them all.
Yeah,
it kind of comes down to when they put that out.
Right. Yep. It's it's to generalize it's like the southern swing and the northern swing, and there's usually your go-to guys up north and your go-to guys down south, but a lot of times some of the northern guys will surprise you down south, and vice versa. Some of the southern guys are starting to figure out how to catch smallmouth too, so it's always interesting. Yep.
Yeah, be definitely interesting this year. And
it's crazy that it's less than a month away already. Got like 4 weeks, 4.5 weeks away, 3.5 weeks, something like that. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Yep.
I know. Like you, I have the itch to go fishing.
Yeah.
So.
Yes. So the bait on here is not even frozen over, so it's like you can't even go ice fishing. So
yeah, we're definitely not very frozen. Most of the places aren't frozen around here.
Yeah, but come April, I'm definitely going to be ready. Maybe late March. We'll see.
The other thing is, Bassmaster has moved away from ESPN.
Who's covering now?
Fox Sports.
Fox Sports, really? Huh.
And if you have it, they've been showing on Fox Sports 2, FS2.
Mhm.
They've had a lot of the Winning Ways shows and the tournaments from the last couple of years.
Oh, nice.
So the Winning Ways shows is I think it's like 2 or 3 tournaments, and they talk to the winner and they talk about what they were doing, the conditions, and all that kind of stuff.
Kind of break it down for the average person, anyway.
Yeah, and then they've been showing the tournaments from last year.
I'll have to check that out. I didn't know about that. Yeah, I didn't know they were switching networks.
Yeah, they actually had it on this morning, and I know they've been playing it over like the weekends. So I don't know during the week how much they show, but if you get a little itch to watch some fishing. But I even watched the Bass Pro Tour stuff.
Yeah. I haven't really gotten into a whole lot of that, but I know you watch it quite a bit. But
it's actually a fun game, and you can actually make a drinking game out of it. The way they, because a lot of times when they catch the fish, then they weigh it right there. So when they catch the fish, as soon as the fish comes out, you have to yell out the weight,
right?
And then you can do kind of like closest to the weight.
Okay, gotcha. Yep. Yeah. That could be an interesting game.
I'll tell you, it definitely makes you more. It gets you into just looking at fish and like how much they weigh, like kind of taking in like body size and
right. Yeah. Because there's not to get off on a tangent here, but there's been plenty of times where I get a fish up to the boat and I net him or lip him or whatever, and I'm like, oh, that thing's got to be 3.5 pounds, and it might be like 2 pounds 9 ounces, and you're like, well, it looks huge, but you could have something that's really long and skinny, or you could have something that's really short with a huge belly on it. So a lot of times looks are deceiving, and especially on camera too, that can be a little deceiving.
Yep, definitely. Yeah, so there's definitely fishing on television. Go watch it if you have the itch. Of course, YouTube's out there, so
yeah,
plenty of YouTube.
Yeah.
So sign up, join our group.
Sign up, and always be mindful of when that window closes to have your buckets set.
Yes,
it usually closes. I'm not going to throw an exact number out there, but it's normally midnight or 6 a.m. or something the night before that morning, the morning of the first event.
Yep. Right now it says rosters lock at 6 a.m. on February 11th.
Okay, so that is the morning of the event. So yeah, just be mindful of those times, because sometimes they do change.
Yep.
I think that's probably it for this one, right?
Yeah, keep it short and sweet.
Yeah, short and sweet. Got to keep it under that 20-minute mark. All righty, so we will see you guys for our preview show for the first event at the St. Johns River, and about 3 weeks or so. Something like that, roughly.
Maybe another show or two in between, but
in between, right? Okay.
All right.
See you guys. This is Matt and Scott for Stout Sportsmen.
Stay stout.
And we're out.